Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Brawlin with Brett. Tonight, we are playing some Klothys. If you missed Monday's video, I'd recommend you check it out. I kind of go more in-depth on the deck and what we're doing. We did a couple games, won both of them. That's a really nice feeling. So, really quick, we're playing well, honestly, right now, we're kind of playing a mix between an aggro deck and a mid-range deck. I think when this week comes to a close, we're going to change the deck out and turn it more into a mid-range, removal-heavy kind of setup where we play big, scary threats and run some less of these more aggressive creatures. So that's the deck. Playing mid-range, mostly just trying to chip our opponent down and then win with our commander's triggers. And so we are going to get rolling here. We are in the Brawlers Guild Hall because I am recording, not on Wednesday. So normally I like to record on Wednesdays. That is my preferred night to play Brawl, but here we are because my week is crazy. So when I picked this deck today, I was a little worried that we were just going to kind of get face rolled, and so I'm really happy we got such a strong start and gotten a chance to see what the deck really does well. I think it can be better, and we're going to make it better. But I'm generally pretty happy with where we're at. And this is cool. This is Calyx, I believe, is the opponent's Planeswalker. So I have not seen Calyx yet. So I'm tempted, viewer. I'm real tempted. Oh, we've got the man. We don't have any green. We're going to be smart. I'm going to do smart things. I'm going to make good choices. Yep, here we go. This is a good hand. Really like Kranko. I really like running these low drop creatures that are just absolutely game winning if ignored, like Kranko. It demands that our opponent have an answer to us, and if they don't have it, then it's really quite easy to run away with a game. So I think we're just gonna play a land. Decide tap land. I suppose we can tap land here. We got 2 lands in hand. We can put that at the bottom. If we really need to, we can spend our food to Bone Crusher Giant something. Okay, Calyx is down. It's fast. So I'm curious. I'm assuming they'll be ticking Calyx up here. So taking Calyx up. So Calyx, look at the top 4. You get an enchantment. Put it into your hand. They went and got the Birth of Meletis. That's totally fine. Meletis. I don't know why I said Meletis. Meletis? Tips Fedora? I don't know. Okay. We are at, we're 4 mana if we want to ramp. Part of me just wants to run it once upon a time. The other part of me just says, stick a Bone Crusher down. Let's once upon a time. We're fine on land. Let's get Kranko. Like I was saying, Kranko can really run away with the game. And then if we need to, we can still go ahead and shoot some of the Bone Crusher. I'd rather not, because I'd really like to get the Cavalier of Thorns down next turn, help us ramp out a bit. Calyx seems good, and Calyx can't answer our commander with a -3, so basically they get to turn one of their enchantments into an O-ring, which seems good, which seems fine. And the ultimate is return all enchantment cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. So they are in a situation where they could start exiling our threats. I mean, if we put down the Cavalier, they're probably going to exile the Cavalier under something. No good. Nothing good there. Okay, so we have the Brontodon to kind of fight that. Then they don't know we have that Brontodon. So if they exile our Cavalier of Thorns under, say, the Wolfwood Haven. Oh. Yeah, we go get Field of Ruin. Because is that okay, non-basic land. Okay, so we can't snipe the forest because it is still a basic land. So if the Calyx minuses 3, we get to take out. I'm sure they'll put under this enchantment because the Saga's going to go bye-bye. So they are Field of Ruining our Field of Ruin. Some next level stuff, I guess. That's fine. We can't snipe their land there, so maybe they didn't know that. Because it's still a basic land. It doesn't lose its basic land type. Oh, what do we need? We've already... Yeah, we need another red. We need another red so we can pay Torben. So, Smothering Tithe is a pain in the butt. Now, if Calyx gets -3, we get to... there we go. Ooh, and they did it on their Smothering Tithe. I think it probably been better on the land, because now we got to get rid of their Smothering Tithe. So we're going to give them the 1. We're going to decline to pay here. Our good friend Thrashy Bee comes down. We shoot the Smothering Tithe. It is nice. Thank you very much. And we get to do it again. Let's get Stomping Ground. Yeah, I think we can pay the life here. And I think we throw the mountains away. They already spent their Field of Ruin, and I guess it doesn't even. There's not even any concern because they can't target our Lotus Field, so that's real nice. So they will have to lose Calyx if they want to take out Cavalier of Thorns, which they aren't doing, which is awesome for us because then we get to. Klothys! Oh my gosh, there we go. It's Klothys. We know for sure because it just said, "Thank you, Calyx." Klothys. There we go. That's nice. I don't know if y'all heard that, but darn, it's Heliod. Try not to swear too much on these videos. Just generally, Rachel's laughing at me. Stop. Yeah. My spouse Ray is laughing at me because of the almost swearing. Okay. Oh, pacifism. Duh. Yeah, okay. We take the hit. Heliod is a pain in the butt, but our opponent doesn't... I mean, I suppose they have Heliod to gain life, but they don't have, Okay. So we are going to give it haste. We are going to have... I want to get rid of Klothys. Not Klothys, I want to get rid of Calyx. So we fight. And we are going to slam in and take their commander out. And then we got 2 mana up. Oh, we got yeah, just 2 because we don't have food. So we'll just hold back. So okay. This is an interesting. I think this one can kind of go either way. Bummer on the Cavalier of Thorns under the pacifism. Calyx is a little scarier than I... Oh, interesting. So yeah, I think we just make a food here. We might need the life. I don't think we're bone crushing anything. And now we got to decide. Everything will go back, and then we got to decide what we want. Ooh, which Cavalier? I think the red Cavalier is scarier right now. Look at the Cavalier of Flames. So we exile the Cavalier of Thorns and get ourselves the Cavalier of Flame. Seems good. Opponent probably not have anything too tricky. I'm just trying to see if there's any way to... That makes 6 green mana. Darn, I'm just trying to see if we can do anything funny with getting Kranko haste. So no, I think we just go with the Cavalier of Flames. Oh, opponent have something? Looks like they're thinking about it. I don't want to really lose anybody. Is Torben really doing? Yeah, these are all cards that potentially have action. So, oh man, we're gonna give haste here and crash in for 7 to get our opponent down a little bit. There we go. So hopefully we're going to untap with Cavalier of Flame. I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, see, if I was our opponent, I would do just that, -3, and get the Cavalier under something. Yep, there we go. Under Heliod. Ooh, that's a pain in the butt. Heliod is... Oh, gosh. While we do technically have methods to answer that, they aren't good. So we get to shoot Calyx, which is going to make our opponent have a much harder time casting him. And, okay, nicely. So we can put Klothys down. We can put Kranko down. And then, if we can keep making our opponents spend every turn playing their commander, pretty soon they aren't going to be able to play their commander for much longer. So, oh, the Realm Cloak comes down. That is certainly a 7/7. That's I think we're just on the eating their stuff plan. Ooh, something that might work here. Well, there we go. So, this is fun. So we get a crash in here. See if our opponent's going to block us. They really... hopefully they do. They shouldn't. They aren't. Okay. That was wise of them not to. Hit him for 5. Ooh, we're getting nice and low here. Let's get the Bone Crusher down. Okay. All of a sudden... oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, Klothys is hitting for an extra 2, and then if we get to keep Torbran and Klothys, the Klothys trigger is going to hit him for a bunch. Okay, that's a bummer. Elspeth conquers death. They're bye-bye Torbran. That sucks. Heliod's a creature right now. This is kind of an awkward spot. How important is Domri? Well, getting the Realm Cloak Giant dead is actually going to make Heliod's be way less of a problem, so... Lifelink sucks. Man, Heliod. We're gonna put some answers in our new deck that better answer the gods. I think we might... Part of me... It's important, viewer, to not just go, oh, this one bad thing happened. I'm going to be mad about it, and I'll run that card that answers enchantments really good. So we could run that green card that puts enchantments on the bottom. But I don't know if we want that. I don't know if there's enough enchantments running around to really take advantage of that. Okay, Elspeth, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't really matter right now. Return target creature planeswalker card from your graveyard to the battlefield. They don't have anything particularly horrifying. Now, see, here's what it's going to get crappy. Because Calyx can hit Klothys, actually. So that is what... Yeah. Yep. That is what is happening. So we're going to command zone here. Always command zone against these Banisher Light style effects. Oh, there goes Domri. We always do that because because we'll get Klothys back either way. So, okay. Let's play Robber of the Rich and spin the wheel. Attacks. Okay, so we are going to hit their commander. Still get the trigger. We're going to play Omen of the Hunt, I suppose. Okay. We'll get a basic land out. Thin the deck out. This will... Now they probably... Okay, they command zoned it. I was wondering if they were going to throw it in the yard. We're just going to do this now. Yeah, these go on the bottom. And we're digging for something. They've probably got us here. Just the Dryad, which isn't horrifying. And now they're way farther away from having Heliod be a creature again. But they have a lot more cards in hand than we do. And so... We'll do our best here, but, opponent has hexproof. Target card. Okay, thankfully, Klothys does not target the player. They target the card in the yard. Although, I don't know how much that matters. We're gonna see what we draw. And then we're gonna make a decision. Okay, so we drew a mountain. We're gonna attack with the robber. And see if one of their cards digs us out of this hole. The Wanderer kind of hilariously does. actually dig us out of this hole. Okay. So, yeah. I don't know how dug. Partially dug. Bye-bye, Heliod. Okay. And, play our commander back out. Okay. Well, crap. We have a chance here, at least. Calyx costs. Oh, gosh. It's hard for me to see. I think that's an 10. Okay. Well, there we go. Jesus. Okay, wow. I was kind of rolling my eyes when to be totally honest. I didn't think this deck was all that scary. It's kind of scary. Just O-ringing constantly. And we're in colors that can deal with enchantments. This would be brutal against, like, red-black. So, yeah. So we're probably losing out on the Wanderer here, which is a wildly lucky draw. Would have taken a lot. Yeah, I don't think there was really much that could have been done. We're gonna draw one more card. I really don't think I have any answers to this. I'm trying to think if any card in my deck salvages this board state. And it is not our own one of those. So we are just gonna give them the good game, and we're gonna move on to another game. So okay, that was a good game, and we saw that Calyx is kind of scary, and we got Calyx to pronounce Klothys' name, so we know that it's Klothys. So I can stop. I'm still gonna mess it up. I promise you all, I'm still gonna mess it up. But now we'll know that there's definitely a right answer instead of just being 95. Like, I don't think there's anything indicating it's Klothys. I think that's just me being unable to read, which is depressing because I actually have a degree in English, but I don't have a degree in Greek or in spelling or in pronunciation. So still counts. Oh, Corvold, our old Brawl deck friend. I haven't seen a lot of Corvold recently. Corvold is scary. For those of you who haven't seen Corvold play, Corvold draws a lot of cards, and that is bad for us when our opponent does that. So this might be kind of quick, but we'll see what we can do. We might be able to keep the board under control. Opponent needs to do something, though. So we are obviously not keeping this hand. We have one land, and so that is all the end of the decision. Okay. Opponent's going first. Want to get in with that Robber the Rich ASAP? Let's see what land we draw here. Okay, sweet. So we can go Mountain, Shadow Spear, and then hopefully we can get down and get that first sweet trigger. Opponent's got, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it's right there. Hand 7. They got 7 in hand right now. It's going to be less than that. So land, Dread Horde. Okay. Opponent's got 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, we can nap. That's too bad. I'm going to get this first trigger, unfortunately. But we can still get in for the attack. Depending, we might be able to get in a sec. So let's see what happens. The Dread Horde's nice. I mean, it's obviously a good card, but ooh. That is a good combo our opponent has there. Yeah, going second with Robber the Rich is just kind of a no-go. Torbrand. I just don't think that's where we want to be right now with our deck. Let's make a 3/3 with Trample and Lifelink and attack. So I feel like it's foolish to block here with the 1/1 because we're going to trample over. But, okay. Maybe they want to save that 1 damage. Maybe they didn't read that it has trample. I mean, I suppose they get another one, but I guess it doesn't change all that much. Particularly if they're going to play a creature and sack these two and do the whole... Priest of the Forgotten God. This is a card that I thought was just Commander jank. Or Brawl jank. And it is not. It is a real card that sees standard play, which is surprising to me. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, we are not killing it on the drawing lands front. Let's just sacrifice those two and bash in. I'm assuming our opponent has some kind of trick or shenanigan to go here, but maybe not. They're really taking their sweet time. I don't know. I'm so tired of these cat sacrifice decks and standards. They're not too good. They're just so slow, and I'm so tired of them being so slow. I actually timed out in a best-of-3 game against one. My opponent won. I mean, sorry, I won. My opponent timed out, but 50 minutes against that cat sacrifice deck of my opponent not making decisions quickly. And maybe they had connection problems. There could have been a number of situations going on. I feel like it would be foolish to rope me when you lose from time, but I suppose many things are possible. So, see, Corvold gets very out of hand very fast, and so I would very much like to kill Corvold. So we can be tricksy. We can be tricksy rabbits. They don't have anything to sack off the bat, I don't think, so we're going to bash in. And, okay, good. That's where I wanted the opponent to block. So Corvold gets hurt, and then we wolf the Corvold. Now, we had to spend a fair amount of cards to make that happen, but if we can make our opponent just have to spend a bunch of time recasting their commander, like I said, they aren't doing other scary things, and if we could draw another land, we can potentially deal with them with Chandra or any number of things. So Corvold is likely going to come back. We're going to probably see a repeat, particularly because we have that Fires of Invention, which I didn't mention as it came in, but we're probably going to lose to this magic card. Really, when we go the mid-range plan, this should and is going to be in my deck. As you can all see, bad things are happening to us right now. Unpleasant, bad, sad things. Don't know what our opponent is doing. Maybe they're thinking about sacking the wolf and that with a priest, make me lose my creature. There we go. Okay. Certainly a bummer, and Corvold is very out of range. Gosh, we're at 32 life, but Corvold's big and likely going to be getting bigger. If we can't draw land, or at least untap lands to save our lives. Get that. We play our commander. And, my main thought here, gosh, we have a few cards in our graveyard, is they are, yeah, okay, we're probably gonna die, everybody. I feel like that is, okay. We are going to die. Yeah, okay, they got us here. I was hoping maybe if we could chip them down, but, Fires of Invention is good. And, yeah, just getting to slam crazy mid-range stuff and keep all your lands open seems good as well. And, holy moly. At this point, I'm just kind of mesmerized by what is happening to us. This is intense. Okay, we're gonna draw one more card, but, there aren't a lot of answers, so, okay. Eat the wolf, yeah. And they're at 10, and we could Chandra them, and, but they're just going to untap and kill us. So that Garuk emblem, yeah, really cinched that up. But even without it, I don't think we were going to get that. So it was a good game. Our opponent beat us, so we'll give him the good game, and we're going to just go ahead and concede that one. So, okay. So this is, I love doing this kind of practice stuff here. So we are going to retune this deck, and I think we're going to probably retune it next week. But, we're gonna finish up this week's stuff. I'm gonna see you on Friday. We're gonna keep playing the deck as it is and just kind of make some more decisions. And then come next week, we are gonna make some changes and tune it up, and we'll have some new stuff to do there. So thanks for watching. This has been Brawlin with Brett here on TCG University. Like, subscribe, Patreon, you know the stuff. We really appreciate you watching. Thanks so much, and I'll catch you on Friday. Have a good night.